these values of cooperation, cohesiveness, altruism, those are not something that you have. It's something that you are. And I actually, this is a practice for me. I'm in a lot of meetings. I'm engaged in discussions and debates where I often find myself in the minority, and I in the mid I actually do this is I will go either after a meeting or before the meeting. I will ask myself the question, am I willing to be cooperative here? What am I being cooperative here? And what I do is I actually force myself to reckon with my values before I go into these meetings. All right, I'm trying to practice the very things that I'm talking about here,
right?
Which is living into those values.
Yeah. So let's give folks who are listening to this let's build on what you just said there.
Yeah.
And what are the things that people can do when they know that they're going to be taking a walk with a friend, having a conversation with somebody that they know is potentially doesn't see things the way that they do, maybe even be in some level of disagreement with them? I love this idea of actually intentionally naming what you're saying in a way is the kind of person you want to be.
Right.
Altruism, this collaboration, this cooperation, reminding myself that I want to be bigger than the side, that the truth is in a more connected place than it probably is completely identified with either pole. So what are the things that people can do, remind themselves that are going to lead to growth in a time like this? I think listening well is part of the answer, but
you're right.
Take it from
let me just to take your point, Keith. And I have to tell you, let me put a plug in for you and Sarah here. Is the program that you do with design thinking got me to think more about being more curious in conversations, and I saw the real power of that, and that and so what I'm now doing in most conversations, I have to work at this. It's not something that comes naturally to me, but I have to be more curious in what they're saying, and going a kind of the extra step in listening in a way that shows that I'm curious about them and what they have to say. Because part of what I'm always trying to do when I'm in a conversation is trying to find out more about that person and what's important to them.